All right, let's dive right in. For years, marketing has kind of felt like throwing darts in a dark room. But a huge revolution is happening right now, and it's all powered by data that's finally being unlocked. Today, we're going to break down how marketing is moving from total chaos to crystal clear clarity.
Oh, we've all been there, right? You finally pull the trigger on those new headphones, and then for the next 2 weeks, every single website you visit is practically screaming at you to buy the exact same headphones. It's not just annoying, it's a giant, blinking sign that the old way of doing things is just fundamentally broken.
So that whole experience, it's really just a symptom of a much bigger problem that almost every business is dealing with today. This tangled, confusing maze of customer data that just leads to wasted money and, honestly, really frustrated customers.
Now, here's the thing. The issue isn't that companies don't have enough information. Oh no, they're practically drowning in data. The real problem is that it's all locked away in these separate systems that don't talk to each other. It creates a picture of you, the customer, that's incomplete and often weeks out of date.
And just look at this. This really shows you the chaos I'm talking about. A single person's journey is split across, a dozen different databases? Your purchase history is in one place, your website clicks are in another, and that support call you made last week, that's somewhere else entirely. It's basically impossible to see the whole person.
And this number? Wow. This really puts the scale of the problem into perspective. This isn't some niche issue. A staggering 61% of organizations admit they struggle to actually use their data effectively. I mean, think about that. The majority of businesses are collecting mountains of information, but just can't turn it into better decisions. It's a massive industry-wide challenge.
And as if that internal mess wasn't enough, a whole other wrench gets thrown into the works. The main tool marketers have used for decades to follow us around the web, the third-party cookie, is basically disappearing. The entire foundation of digital advertising is being rebuilt as we speak. And let's be clear, this isn't just some top-down tech change from giants like Google or Apple. No, this shift is being driven by us. People are just demanding more privacy and way more control over how their personal info is being used online.
Okay, so the old playbook is basically being torn up. What now? Well, a whole new strategy is taking center stage. And it's all about a fundamental shift toward focusing on data you own and collect yourself, not data you rent or buy from somebody else.
And the difference here, as you can see, is just night and day. Third-party data was always kind of a guess, right? An assumption. But first-party data, acting with your brand.
Here is that this isn't some kind of crisis. It's more like a filter. For brands that have been kind of lazy or maybe a little creepy with data, yeah, it's a problem. But for brands that actually focus on building real trust, this is a massive opportunity to make those relationships even stronger. But, okay, collecting all this valuable first-party data is great. How do you actually manage it without just recreating the same siloed mess you had before? Well, this is where a new kind of technology comes into our story. Meet the Customer Data Platform, or CDP for short. The best way to think about it is like the central nervous system for all of your customer data. Its one job is to connect to every single source, clean and stitch all that data together, and build one single, reliable profile for each and every customer. It works in this really elegant but super powerful way. First, it collects everything in real time. Then, it figures out who is who, even if they're on their phone and then their laptop. After that, it lets marketers create these super specific audiences. And then, and this part is absolutely key, it sends that clean data back out to all the other tools so they can actually do something with it. And man, is this technology needed. Just look at this chart. Right now, a mere 7% of organizations feel they have a truly complete, automatically connected view of their customers. 7%. That means pretty much everyone else is still operating with some major blind spots. Now, getting your data house in order with a CDP, that is a total game changer. But the real magic, the thing that really kicks it into the future, is what happens when you plug an intelligence layer on top of all that clean, unified data. Yeah, this analogy is perfect. Think about it. The CDP builds the solid foundation and provides the high-quality fuel. But the AI, that's the high-performance engine that takes that fuel and generates incredible speed, power, and capability. And this isn't some 10 years from now kind of thing. It is happening as we speak. As you can see, while a lot of marketers aren't using AI today, a huge majority, we're talking over 3/4 of them, are planning to jump in very, very soon. The race to get smarter with data is officially on. Because once you have that clean data foundation, AI can suddenly do these unbelievable things. We're talking about predicting which customers are probably going to leave,
personalizing a website for every single visitor in milliseconds, and finding hidden opportunities in the data that no human analyst could ever hope to spot.
So, where does all this lead? What's the payoff? Well, this powerful combo of unified data from a CDP plus an AI intelligence layer delivers real, tangible results for businesses, and, maybe most importantly, much better experiences for all of us.
First off, the business impact is immediate. Companies using this approach are seeing, on average, a 15% increase in the total lifetime value of their customers. And what that really means is people are happier, they're sticking around longer, and they're spending more because the brand just gets them.
And it's not just about making more money, it's about keeping more customers in the first place. By using AI to predict and prevent problems before they even happen, they're seeing a 10% drop in customer churn. They aren't just acquiring customers, they're getting way better at keeping the ones they have. And this right here, this brings us right back to the beginning. For you and me, for all of us as customers, this is the light at the end of the tunnel. It's the end of those annoying random ads. It's the start of a world where our interactions with brands are timely, relevant, and actually helpful.
But you know, everything we've talked about so far, it's all been about how companies see us. The real mind-bending shift happens when you flip that whole thing on its head. The next frontier is the personal AI agent, an AI that doesn't just give marketers insights, it actually takes action on our behalf.
And that leaves us with this wild, fascinating question for the future. I mean, think about it. As this technology evolves, are brands even going to be marketing to us directly anymore? Or will they be marketing to our personal AI assistants, which are programmed to find the absolute best value for us? The future of marketing isn't just personal, it might not even be human.